expect more. This is Channel 6 News at 10.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Doug Curran.
And I'm Leslie Draffin. Tonight, the company behind a multi-million-dollar development in Killeen is speaking out nearly a week after two Killeen City Council members called the project a, quote, money pit.
The company says those claims are simply not true. And as Channel 6 News reporter Chris Rogers explains, these plans have been in the works for years. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Doug. Hey, Leslie. For the past couple months, a subdivision under construction has come under fire from certain members of the city council in Killeen. But tonight, we're hearing another side to the story. Just outside Killeen city limits is a piece of land that for right now doesn't look like much. But this stretch of property has caused quite a stir in recent weeks. Near the intersection of Chaparral and Featherline is the future home of a $238 million subdivision that will be called the Turnbow Ranch. The multi-million-dollar undertaking will operate as a municipal utility district, or a MUD, a self-taxing entity that isn't managed under city government.
And a MUD is able to finance in and of itself infrastructure costs.
But the project hasn't come without its controversies. Last week, City Councilman Steve Harris held a forum outlining the reasons he believes the development is bad news for the city. His primary concern, the cost to taxpayers.
We had to build a new water plant, invest $35 million. We're on the hook for a $10 million water tower.
But according to developers, those projects were already on the table long before the idea was ever put forward.
Or if we do it at all, these projects are needed for the city anyway.
Killeen attorney Dan Corbin was mayor when the project was first put on the table 5 years ago.
To say that this MUD cost $30 million is just a ridiculous statement by totally uninformed and ignorant people.
He says the city rejected the idea several times before finally agreeing on terms.
It was much better than any alternative.
Another concern that's been voiced by critics of the project is the added strain on the city's resources.
Where are we going to get the money to hire more officers?
But so far, the city has no agreement or obligation to serve the people who will live in the development. In fact, that's the county's job.
You call the sheriff's office. That's your police department.
Corbin says looking back, he knows the deal isn't without its flaws, but says any concerns that this is going to have a direct effect on city taxpayers simply isn't true. Now, the contract is signed, so for right now, it does seem to be a done deal. The developers say right now they hope a population increase in that area could lead to a business boom on the city's south side. Doug, Leslie, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thanks, Chris.